Hey students, one of your classmates asked for some help with the addition facts and the multiplication facts that you have to take the quiz on. So I thought I would do some example problems and see if I can lend a hand there. I'm going to do problems. I think it'll make it easiest if I do a bunch of problems in the same base, but then I'll switch bases a couple times. So how about I start with some base 5, and how about I select, whoa, that's not going to work. Okay, so I'm going to select base 5, and the thing that we're going to need to know and remember is that in base 5, these are our 1s, and these are our 5s. And we're doing addition facts, so we're never going to have to go to that next spot, which is the 25s. We should be big enough here. So let's do some examples here. So I'm going to start really simple. And I'm just going to put an F here rather than write out the word 5. So if I do 1 plus 3, both of those are base 5. All right, so I count how many 1s I have together. I have 4 1s. And just ask yourself, are you allowed to have 4 1s in base 5? And the answer is yes. So the answer to this problem is 4 base 5. All right, I'm going to up this just a little bit. So I'm going to do this 2, and this time I'll do 4 base 5. All right, so here's what I need to think, and I'll write what I'm thinking over here because maybe that'll help you. So 2 plus 4, I've got a total of 6, right? I can't write 6 here because 6 is not a digit in base 5. So instead, for 6, the way I can do that is that would be 1 5 and 1 1. Right? So 1 5 and 1 1 together is 6. So I want to write my answer as 1 1 base 5. All right, so I'm going to erase that so that I can, so that I can use it again. All right, so let me do another one. How about we do 4 base 5 plus 3 base 5, and that's going to be 7. All right, remember over here, I'm not really, this is not my answer. I'm just writing that because I think it might help you to think that way. So 4 plus 3 is a total of 7, so that's 1 5 and 2 1s. So my answer would be 1 2 5. Okay, I'm going to write 2 more problems. Why don't you give these a try? And see if you can get them right on your own. So let's do 2 plus, have we done 2 plus 3? And let's do 4 plus 1. All right, so go ahead and pause. See if you can get the answers to those. All right, so I'm going to assume you paused, gave this a try. And so my answer is 2 plus 3 is 5. So that's 5 1s, and the way I need to write that in base 5 is 1 0. Okay. Unfortunately, the other problem I wrote, we're running out of math facts here because the numbers don't get very big in base 5. 4 plus 1 is also going to give us 5. All right. So that's going to be again 1 0 base 5. All right. Let me erase these. I'm going to stay with base 5 just a little bit longer here and do some multiplication for you. So let's do 3 5 times 2 5. Remember, guys, what I'm not writing F-I-V-E. I'm just taking shortcuts here. Okay. All right. So just think of the multiplication in your head. 3 times 2 is 6, but I can't write 6. So when I write 6 in base 5, that is 1 group of 5 and 1 1. Okay. Let's do 4 times 3. All right, so 4 times 3 is 12. Again, this column is just, how's this little cloud? My thought bubbles, right? I'm not writing this. So 4 times 3 is 12, and the way I write 12 in base 5, it's going to take 2 5s, because 2 5s is 10, plus 2 1s. Okay? All right, I'm going to write 2 more. Pause and see how you do on these. So let's do, again, there's just not that many numbers here. There's really no other combinations that are good. Okay, I'm going to switch to another base because there's nothing else that gives me a big enough number here. Oh, no, I thought of one. All right, do 3 times 3. Give that one a try. And then for the heck of it, let's do 4 times 4. All right, so pause. See if you can get answers to these 3 times 3 and 4 times 4. All right, so I'm hoping you paused at this point, and that you have some answers and you're just checking them. So 3 times 3 is 9. Right? And if I am doing 9 and I want to write that in base 5, that's going to take 1 5 and 4 1s. Okay? 4 times 4 is 16. 16 is going to take me 3 5s for 15, plus 1 more to pop me up to that 16. So my answer would be 3 1 in base 5. All right, let me clear this off. Let's switch base here. And I think I'll go to a higher base simply because that gives me more digits to work with to make some more interesting numbers. So let's switch this to base 8, okay? So base 8, you got to keep this in mind, all right? In base 8, these are my 1s. These are my 8s. Next spot would be 64s, but we're not going to need that, okay? So let's start with addition. My advice, I'm going to write 4 problems. My advice would give them a shot. See if you can do these on your own. Just after you do one base, usually it starts becoming more clear. So let me write 4 problems, see how you do. And I'm going to use an E for 8. All right, so see what you can do with those. And then unpause the video and see how you did. Okay, so I'm going to go through the answers here. So I'm doing addition first. So 7 plus 4 is 11. Again, this is my thought bubbles right over here. If I'm in base 8, the way I'm going to write 11 is 1 8 and 3 1s. So it's base 8. Okay. Another addition problem here. 5 plus 6. Oh, well, okay, I managed to do another 11. All right, so 5 plus 6 is also 11. So again, that's 1 8 and 3 1s. So we get the exact same thing. All right, 3 times 7 is 21. So if I'm doing 21, it seems to me I'm going to need 2 8s for 16. And then I need to get up to 21, so I'm going to need 5 more. Okay. And 5 times 4 is 20. So I'm going to need 2 8s for 16, but this time only 4 more 1s to get me my total of 20. Okay. All right, I'm going to erase again. All right. Seems to me we should probably do a base 12. Okay, so remember in base 12, there is no single digit for 10 from the numbers that we're used to. So when we want to say 10, we use a T, and 11, we use an E. All right, pretend that says 11. All right, we also need to remember in base 12, these are going to be our 1s. These are going to be our 12s. Okay, so let's do, I guess, T, and this is base 12, so I'm going to put a little T down here, that's for 12, plus 5, again, base 12, but I put a TW. Okay, I'm going to write 4 problems again, and I want to make sure I use the letters here. And I'm intentionally making these kind of big because I think it's probably helpful for you to do that. All right, so pause, see how you do, come back, I'll give you answers and hopefully some explanation that makes sense to you as well. Okay, I don't have quite as much room over here to write my my thinking numbers, so I'm going to put them over here. But 10, remember T is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. If I am in base 12 and I want to write 15, then I'm going to need 1 12 and 3 1s. Right? E is 11. So 11 plus 9 is 20. So 20 is the number that I'm trying to represent here. And if I want to represent 20, I'm going to need 1 12 and then 8 more 1s. So my answer is 1 8 in base 12. All right, 6 times 10 is 60. Oh gosh, let's see if I can do this in my head. Oh, all right, 12 times 5 is 60 exactly. So if I do 5 12s and 0 1s, then I'm going to have 60 in base 12. It's easier than I thought, all right? And somehow I managed to do another multiple of 12. 8 times 9 is 72. So 12 goes into 72. Gosh, all of a sudden I'm questioning this 6 times, right? Yep, my brain went out on me there. So that's going to be 6 12s is 72, 0 1s. Right? All right, I'm hoping this helps. I'm almost to that 15-minute time limit for my software. If you need any other explanations, please let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to up that quiz and give you 4 chances in case any of you have exhausted it but want to try to do better. That's it, guys.